Hey everyone, get ready to dive into Atomic Habits by James Clear. This self-help bestseller from 2018 has sold millions because it's packed with practical science-backed advice on building good habits and breaking bad ones. It's perfect for young people like you, whether you're in high school, starting college, or chasing your dreams. The big idea: tiny, consistent habits, what Clear calls atomic habits, can transform your life. Think of planting a seed that grows into a massive tree. Let's break it down step by step so you can crush your goals like acing classes, getting fit, or mastering a skill. Let's go. First, let's talk about why this book feels personal. James Clear shares his story. As a high school athlete, he suffered a horrific injury when a baseball bat smashed his face, breaking bones and leaving him in a coma. Recovery was tough. He had to relearn walking and functioning. Clear didn't become a superstar overnight. He used small, consistent actions like rehab exercises or tiny goals to rebuild his life. This shaped the book's message. You don't need superhuman talent or willpower. Small steps done consistently are the secret. For you, this means you don't need to overhaul your life to get better grades or start a YouTube channel. Just start small and keep going. So what's an atomic habit? Clear says these are tiny behaviors that seem small but have a huge impact over time, like atoms building something big. He compares habits to compound interest. Saving $1 a day doesn't feel like much, but over years it grows into thousands. Habits work the same. Studying 10 extra minutes daily might not seem big, but by exam time you've mastered the material. Or doing 5 push-ups a day could lead to a full workout routine. Clear's point: 1% improvements add up. For teens, this is empowering. You don't need to be perfect, just start small and keep going. Let's get into the science of habits. Clear introduces the habit loop, the blueprint for every habit. It has 4 parts: cue, craving, response, and reward. Here's an example. Your phone pings, that's the cue, the trigger, grabbing your attention. You feel a craving, wanting to know who texted or what's on Instagram. You respond by grabbing your phone and scrolling. The reward is the entertainment or connection you get. This loop explains why you check your phone 100 times a day without thinking. It also works for good habits. Keep a water bottle on your desk. Cue, you crave, staying hydrated. You take a sip, response, and feel refreshed, reward. Understanding this loop is a superpower. You can spot why you're stuck in bad habits like procrastinating on homework and redesign your life to make good habits automatic. Clear's system for building habits is based on 4 laws of behavior change. These are practical rules to make good habits stick and bad habits disappear. Let's go through each with examples that hit home. First law: make it obvious. Habits start with a cue, so make good habits visible. Your environment shapes behavior more than you think. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow so you see it before bed. Want to stop snacking on junk food? Hide chips in a high cabinet and put fruit on the counter. Clear shares a story about a guy who wanted to play guitar more. He put it on a stand in his living room and started practicing daily because it was there. For you, this could mean keeping study notes on your desk or setting a phone reminder to practice a skill. To break bad habits, make them invisible. If you're addicted to your phone, charge it in another room while studying. Out of sight, out of mind. Second law: make it attractive. You're more likely to stick with habits that feel fun or rewarding. Clear says, pair habits with something you enjoy, called temptation bundling. Love music? Only play your favorite playlist while exercising. Want to study more? Watch an episode of your show after finishing a chapter. Clear tells of a guy who only watched Netflix while pedaling a stationary bike. Suddenly, exercise was exciting. For teens, Netflix while pedaling a stationary bike, suddenly exercise was exciting. For teens, this is huge. If you hate math but love gaming, reward yourself with 20 minutes of gaming after 10 problems. To break bad habits, make them unattractive. Remind yourself how stressed you feel when you procrastinate. It makes scrolling less appealing. Third law: make it easy. The easier a habit is, the more you'll do it. Clear says, start with a 2-minute rule, scale the habit to something that takes 2 minutes. Want to write a novel? Write 1 sentence a day. Want to run? Just put on your sneakers. This makes starting effortless and you often keep going. Clear shares how a woman built a gym habit by driving to the gym and leaving after 5 minutes. Eventually, she stayed longer because she was there. For you, this could mean doing one vocab word a day to prep for a test, or practicing one chord on guitar. To break bad habits, make them harder. If you waste time on social media, log out so it takes effort to log back in. Our fourth law, make it satisfying. We repeat habits that feel good, so give instant rewards. Clear loves habit trackers, like marking an X on a calendar for each day you complete a habit. Seeing progress feels awesome. Imagine crossing off every day you study for 20 minutes. It's like leveling up in a game. Clear tells of a stockbroker who called clients each morning and tracked progress. Over time, those calls build a thriving career. For you, maybe it's a sticker chart for homework or a smoothie after a week of workouts. To break bad habits, make them unsatisfying. Track how much time you spend gaming to see the cost. It's less fun when you realize you lost 3 hours. One deep idea is identity-based habits. Clear says, focus on who you want to become, not just what you want to do. Instead of saying, I want an A in science, say, I'm a student who studies consistently. Want to be an artist. Act like one by sketching daily. This mindset is huge for teens figuring out who you are. Clear shares an example of two people quitting smoking. One says, I'm trying to quit. The other says, I'm not a smoker. The second is more likely to succeed because they've shifted identity. For you, this could mean saying, I'm a writer and writing daily, or I'm an athlete and showing up to practice. Your habits shape your identity, and your identity shapes your habits. It's a powerful cycle. What about when things get tough? Clear knows motivation fades and setbacks happen. His rule, never miss twice. If you skip a day of studying, don't let it become two. This keeps slip-ups from derailing you. He also talks about the plateau of latent potential, a reality check. When you start a habit, results lag. You might study for weeks and still struggle, or work out without seeing muscles. Clear says this is normal. Your efforts are building like water heating before it boils. One day it clicks and you see progress. For teens, this is a reminder to be patient. Keep reviewing flashcards and you'll ace that quiz. Clear also shares advanced tips like habit stacking, linking a new habit to an existing one. After brushing your teeth, write one journal sentence. This makes habits automatic. He talks about the Diderot effect, where one new habit spirals into others. Buy running shoes and you start eating healthier to match your runner identity. For you, starting a study habit might lead to better time management. Clear says, pick habits that suit your personality. If you're not a morning person, don't force a 6 a.m. workout, do it after school. Why is Atomic Habits perfect for youngsters? It's practical, not preachy, with a clear, friendly style that doesn't bore you. Short chapters and relatable stories like how Olympic cyclists won gold by tweaking bike seats or sleep routines make it doable. Teens face distractions, social media exams, friend drama, but this book gives tools to take control. Want to stop procrastinating? Set a distraction-free study zone. Want to learn an instrument? Practice 2 minutes a day. The focus on identity resonates with young people figuring out who they want to be, coder, athlete, or organized. The book's impact is huge. It's sold over 15 million copies because it works for all ages and goals. For teens, it's relevant in a world of notifications and pressure. It's a guide for navigating high school or college prep, helping build discipline without feeling overwhelmed. Clear's strategies are backed by science, like studies on how rewards rewire your brain, but explained like a friend giving advice. Here's the big picture of Atomic Habits. Your life is the sum of your habits, and you have the power to shape them. Start with one tiny habit, reading 1 page a day, or a quick stretch. Make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Focus on who you want to be, student, creator, leader, and let habits build that identity. If you mess up, get back on track fast. Be patient. Small actions lead to big results. Whether you're boosting grades, getting healthier, or chasing a passion, this book is your roadmap. Let's wrap with a challenge. What's one small habit you can start today? Maybe writing one thing you're grateful for, or 5 minutes of math. Pick something tiny, use the 4 laws, and watch it snowball. Atomic Habits shows you don't need to change everything to change your life. Just start small, stay consistent, and believe in who you're becoming. What's your next step? Let's make it happen.